The Emperor is the first of many gender-swapped cards in the major arcana, coming immediately after its female counterpart. It represents something colder and more rigid. Power itself, toxic masculinity, control, winning at any cost. In the world of Smash Ultimate, there will be one Emperor, while Ganondorf, Kazuya, and others might make their claims to the Throne of Stone. It has to be Bowser, specifically Bowser from Super Mario Odyssey, the tyrannical Lord of Turtles whose imperial ambition has always driven the largest franchise in gaming history. But in Odyssey, Bowser stopped pretending. This isn't a kidnapping, it's a coup. So take a good look at what you're up against, Mario. Let's see if you survive this, poor boy. Let's begin.
我は汝、汝は我。汝、ここに新たなるちぎりを得たり。ちぎりはすなわち、囚われを破らんとする反逆の翼なり。我、皇帝のペルソナの生誕に祝福の風を得たり。自由へと至るさらなる力とならん。
This game feels tailor-made for this structure. Let's start with the premise. Bowser's done playing the role of Silent Moon cartoon villain. He knows this is the last real chance to keep your power. He stops hiding his intentions and states them plainly. He will marry Princess Peach, not for love, for legitimacy. A marriage of convenience, staged on the moon so the entire planet bears witness. Bloodline, symbolism, authority made permanent. Every kingdom Mario visits exists for one reason. Bowser is looting the world to resemble a wedding that functions as a coronation. Some kingdoms matter more than others. The Metro Cascade kingdoms are most pixels. Beautiful ones, but not essential for Bowser's plan. What matters are the 6 wedding artifacts, Bowser's castle, and the moon. Let's go in order. The Sand Kingdom. A desert world inspired by Latin America, sprawling and ancient. A masterclass in 3D level design. What matters here is a binding band. A ring with the explicit power to force marriage. Something so dangerous, so morally radioactive, that is buried in ancient ruin, until Bowser storms in and takes it. Yes, the opening act of Super Mario Odyssey implies sexual violence in a Mario game. And that's not subtext, that's text. Let's keep going. The Lake Kingdom, a fairy tale water world, slow and serene. Here Bowser steals a lockly dress, a one-of-kind wedding gown meant to be preserved as a cultural artifact. He hasn't commissioned one. He doesn't negotiate, he takes it, because emperors don't ask. The Wooded Kingdom, a forest maintained by robotic gardeners, and we're never told who built them or why. This kingdom holds the soiree bouquet. Ordinary flowers, carefully curated and handcrafted. Compared to the binding bland in the dress, this seems harmless, that's the point. Empires don't rule on terror alone, they rule on aesthetics. The Snow Kingdom, an icy wasteland hiding a vibrant village of deities. Bowser steals the wedding cake, which is funny until you realize something. Peach is famous for baking, she could have made one. If Bowser doesn't collaborate, he conquers. The Seaside Kingdom, a tropical paradise and an explicit callback to Super Mario Sunshine. The sparkle water is just carbonated mineral water. Bowser could have bought it. Instead, he sends a giant octopus to choke the source, monopolizing it so only he can have it. Because control isn't about necessity, it's about dominance. The Luncheon Kingdom, a surreal world of living forks and edible terrain. At the peak of culinary achievement, the stupendous stew is placed atop a volcano never to be consumed. Bowser takes it anyway, even the secret things between resources under Empire. Mario storms Bowser's castle and Bowser immediately leaves, because the plan is already complete. The wedding moves to the moon. A final public display of power, and Mario stops at the last possible second. We live in a moment unconscionably close to Bowser's final gambit. Corporate consolidation, plot politicians, ethnic cleansing created into security. Empire never announces itself as evil, it announces itself as inevitable. The only answer has ever been collective resistance. So how does an iron-fisted king translate to a 7-minute stock match? With zero subtlety. Bowser is the heaviest character in the game, period. He hits harder than almost anyone. He doesn't need combos, he doesn't need finesse. He advances. He strikes. You fly up the screen. This is power mean mechanical. Now we get to the part that everyone argues about. Mario and Bowser both post Peach. Peach refuses. Then she leaves the moon, not alone but with Mario aboard his ship to see the world. This is usually framed as Peach reclaiming agency, but let's interrogate that. Peach is a sovereign ruler. She always has been. Throughout the entire game, she never meaningfully resists until the final moment she and the spectacle is complete. Bowser is framed as a tyrant, Mario is framed as a savior. We only ever see Mario's perspective. What if Peach understood the rules perfectly? Whenever she let one minion play Emperor, the other played Hero, knowing full well she could reject them both once the world was watching. Puzzle doesn't always look like violence, sometimes it looks like plausible deniability. Obvious villains, CEOs, warlords, strongmen are easy to identify. The real danger is institutional power that never has to get its hands dirty. If you remember the High Priestess, you already know this. Empires don't fall because of one Bowser, they persist because of systems that survive him. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Next time we're talking about Simon, the Hierophant. John, eh?